All right. People running a little late behind, but I'm here. I am here, live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, shame the devil. I love being black. We got a lot going on. I love being black. All right, all right. Come on in, come on in. This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser, and I am live, uncut, and unedited, trying to get all my lighting stuff together. All right, let's see. All right there. I think that's good. All right, come on in, come on in. All right, people. Y'all don't know it's a lot getting this done. You know, when you work and you're trying to get things done, it's a lot going on. I appreciate every last one of you guys. It's going to be a serious talk tonight. I'm gonna have a special guest tonight. Sarge is going to be my special guest tonight, and we're going to talk about some things tonight, and I want him to be my special guest tonight, and he's going to talk. He's going to definitely talk tonight, but with us. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we got a lot of YNs. They doing their thing and they running the city. I told you guys, provoke. So come on in, come on. It's gonna be a great show tonight. Great show tonight. Come on in, 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 people. I don't know if this clip art, a group of guys show off guns in front of Chicago police headquarters. I don't know if that's real. I'm not even gonna promote that. I don't know if that's real, so I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, all right. It's going down. It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down. It's gonna go down, people. While you guys are coming on in, come on in. We're talking about what's happening today, the next couple of days. Provoking shooting, U.S. troops. That's what we're talking about. Chicago ceasefire. Yeah. No provoking, no shooting, no U.S. troops. Chicago ceasefire. And that's where we're talking about. We're not talking about the ceasefire organization, but we're talking about ceasefires as stop the shooting. And it's going to be real tonight. And there are going to be some things that said. Some may disagree, some may agree. But that's okay. As you always say, we can agree to disagree. All right. There's no need in us calling each other names, out our names and things like that. And we know our military is nothing to play with. It's almost like bringing a knife to a gunfight. So that's what it's like going up against the military. It has to be a strategy. You just can't go and shoot at any law enforcement and you think the troops are going to stand by there and watch you do that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And all the parents out there that's listening to me, that you have these young folks that think can't nobody touch them. They got about 100 rounds and they think they can shoot and kill the whole world. You only got about 100 rounds. These people got planes. They got infrared drones, and they can shut the water off in the community. They can shut the lights off in the community. They can stop the food supply. I remember it's got to be about 15 years ago. I was at Robert's Flea Market. There was an antique dealer that I knew down from Maxwell Street. And he was saying that it'd never be a revolution. And he was referring to us as black people. So I was saying, well, I think I've told this story. I said, well, how so? He said, we control the food. Other words, we will starve you ends out. We'll starve you. And you know, most of us, we don't know how to grow food. We don't know how to catch an animal and cook it and clean it. We don't know how to do any of those things, a lot of us, unless we in those rural countries, rural areas, and we're taught. So it's a lot going on, people. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is your boy Martin G, aka the Crime Chaser. Those of you that's not familiar with me, I am from Chicago. I am a crime chaser. Some people call me a community activist, and some people call me this and call me that. But whatever name that you give me, that's okay. Know that I'm here to serve you. I'm here to serve you in my integrity. That's what I'm here to do. I'm not here to take advantage of people, males or female, nor I'm here to promote violence in a such way where it could start chaos or riot or anything. That's not my mission. My mission is to bring up the violence, expose the violence, and give solutions to the violence. As you know, some of you guys, I work with Urban Roots Alliance. That is a non-for-profit organization. They're working under a non-violence prevention grant. And I am a street warrior. I am boots on the ground. I've been doing that for quite some time now. And we got a special guest tonight, and he's going to host a show with me tonight. And his name is Sarge. Some of you know him as Leonard, but I call him Sarge. And I told him to be on his best behavior, in so many words. We're going to host this show. We both going to fly this plane tonight, but I'm going to be in the passenger's seat. He's going to be in the driver's seat. And we're going to talk about the powers of our U.S. troops, our National Guards that's here on the way, still coming, planning. And I want to tell any young man and any young lady that out there think you're going to shoot at the U.S. troops or pop any firecrackers, fireworks, and play these little games, you're going to be in trouble. You're in a world of trouble. We're dealing with people who are trained to kill. Now, I've always say, as just as much as you're ready to kill, be ready to die. It can go either way. And I'm going to let Sarge come on in and tell us about what are some of the duties of the National Guards. And I want you guys to call in and ask him any questions. And we're talking about a person that served on the ground in combat. So he know firsthand. He said something to me today earlier. We were talking on the telephone that was profoundly, I didn't even know. He was saying that how they took, I think was it Iraq? You took Afghanistan in what, 20-some days. Now imagine. Okay. Well, okay, Sarge, well, since you in here, I'm going to let you start talking and let's get it going. All right. Listen, I got a video, Sarge, that I want to share with my audience. Okay. Let me kind of like I want to like download it and I want to put it up. Okay. So I'm going to share this video, but in the meanwhile, Sarge, while you're talking, just prep us as what's going on tonight and what our show is all about. Prep the audience, and I'm gonna be getting this video up. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Keep talking. Go ahead. Okay, hold on, Sarge. Sarge, hold it. My fault. I'm so sorry, y'all. I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Sarge, forgive me for that. Forgive me. That was my fault. Hold on, Sarge. They can't hear you. And I did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm finna get your audio going now. I am so sorry. I am sorry, people. So sorry. And start all over, Sarge. Tell us what we're doing and tell us everybody what we're doing tonight. Start all over, Sarge. Go ahead. Start from the beginning.
Okay.
I mean, you co-pilot.
You got Martin Jim and myself. I'm the pilot. He's the co-pilot on the show. First things first is I want you all to type a 1 in the chat. Type a 1 in the chat if the sound is A-OK. So you all are telling us that everything is good on Martin's end, because stuff do happen. Man, because I can't see the chat right now. I'm on my phone. So I gotta look and see. I gotta put
much better. It's much better. They got it. I think that's it. That's it, Sarge. I think that's it.
Okay. If they put 1s in the chat, it's all good.
Okay, let's see. Put 1s in the chat, people. Like he said. Let's see. Let me look. Yeah, okay. We're good. You good, Sarge. You good. Go ahead, Sarge.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead. You good.
All right. Now, neither Martin nor myself want to see grieving parents over some of these young folk that may get froggy, which y'all know some of them will, thinking, well, we got guns too, and whoever gets to theirs first, that don't matter. It's different. See, you're dealing with people. You're dealing with a group of people, military folk that are trained just like this here. Your worst shooter in the military, your worst. They could put 3 rounds through a quarter, the length of a football field. Okay. That's a doggone marksman. That's the lowest shooter badge you can wear. That's a marksman. You got 3 levels. You got marksman, sharpshooter, and expert. I've never been below sharpshooter, which means you could put 3 through a quarter at 200 meters away or 2 football fields away. You see? Now, them young folk, I don't want that to happen to them. See? They're not taking into consideration the facts that the ballistics equipment that the military wear, those plates that are on the front and the back and the sides of that vest, that will doggone stop anything less than a 30-06 round. Okay? So, whatever they shooting ain't gonna go through. They can use them what they call them Dracos.
Hey,
Dracos are not very accurate.
Can I ask you a question real quick? I know you're the captain tonight. Tell us a little bit about your military background so they'll know who they're talking to. Tell us a little bit about your military background so let the people know that you're qualified to talk about this subject more than I am. Go ahead.
Okay. I am a combat engineer, Sierra 4 skill identifier, which means I'm a U.S. Army sapper. Okay? We work with demolitions. We clear lanes to travel. If something's in the way, we demolish it using C4, TNT, dynamite, and we could take standard kitchen products from under a kitchen sink and build a boom boom. I'll say it I'll say a boom boom, because certain words you can't say online. We're trained to do that. Okay. After we get out the military, it's no jobs available for us unless we're going to get with a construction crew that are doing demolitions. Like if you all see those buildings that they be like fire in a hole, and then the building just collapse all at one time.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of our specialties. That's in the civilian realm. In the combat realm, experts in urban warfare.
Okay. Now,
what is it in Chicago? Isn't that urban? Yeah, that's an urban area, urban warfare. And we're not the only ones. You've got us. You've got 10th Mountain. You have 173rd Airborne. You have 101st Airborne. You have 173rd Airborne. Then you have your Rangers, your Pathfinders, SEAL team. I mean, it's groups. People, they don't know. They really don't know. I be sitting there like, they just think, well, you know, it's so many different groups. They got groups called Night Stalkers. People don't even know that they're special forces because there hasn't been a movie made about them. The 160th out of Savannah, Georgia. They don't know. And I'm not speaking about anything that's classified information, okay? Let me put that out there.
Thank you.
But they don't know about all of these particular groups that do nothing but train, get bored, and then they want to go and do the you dig. Now, I was looking at the chat here, and someone says, where did he do basic training, and what were his duty stations? Okay, very simple. I did basic training at Fort Leonard Wood, home of the engineers. My AIT was to become a combat engineer. I was in 1st Infantry Division Forward in Germany, 2nd Infantry Division Forward in Korea, 5th Engineers at Fort Leonard Wood, 101st Airborne, Fort Campbell, 3rd Infantry Division, Fort Stewart, 3rd Infantry Division, Hunter Army Airfield.
Mm-hmm.
So, since someone asked, they wanted to know in the chat, they asked questions. Years and dates of service. Okay. I was years and dates of service was 1987 and 1990. Then I had a break in service. Then I was in from they type and give us dates. I'm like, I'm giving you the dates. Calm down. Give me a chance to speak.
Don't worry about it. Just keep going.
87 and 90.
Don't get distracted. You're doing great.
Then 95 to 98. Then I, lateral from the 440th Airlift Wing at Mitchell Airfield in Wisconsin when I was Air Force Reserves back to the Green to get into the fight. And that was in 2004. And my career ended, my contract, that is, in 2016.
Okay.
So due to everything to do with the injuries and this and that and different things militarily, I am 100% disabled, total and permanent. And that's the check I get from the VA, plus my Social Security. And my character of service discharge is honorable. has always been honorable.
Okay.
Now, if you want to get specific as of that, let me look at my 214 right quick.
Okay.
And it says my separation code is JBK. Army Regulations 635-200, Chapter 4, Reentry Code number 3, completion of required active duty service. So, since someone, and Martin, the thing that's going on there is someone that actually is someone that they want to, they're trying to get a false valor call, which means someone that wants to question someone's military.
Yeah, we're not gonna worry about that.
Right. That's all that is.
Okay,
Mark.
let me bring this guy. We got a couple of callers. So Sarge, I want to play the video. This is the first time I'm seeing the video, so I'm gonna have to watch it a couple of times, okay? Let me just play it. Listen up, people.
Okay.
Listen up.
Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang. Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang. Trump, do not send the National Guard to Chicago, gang. Do not, I repeat, do not do it. We are a different fucking breed out here, nigga. We are not Los Angeles. Nigga, we are not Washington, D.C. Nigga, this is Chicago, nigga. Them niggas go fight back. I'm telling you, them niggas go fight back, gang. Whatever, I don't give a fuck what you talking about. Them young niggas got switches, gang. They not going for that shit, bro. I know a bunch of y'all finna say, oh, it's the National Guard. They can't do anything about it. They must go in Chicago. Nigga, do y'all know that it's more bad people than good people, bro? There are over 100,000 gangs in Chicago by the city by itself, gang.
All right, Sarge. Take the wheel. We got one caller. You want to take the caller now, Sarge, or you want to talk? What? Talk.
Well, let me make one statement before.
Okay, go ahead.
With this little young knucklehead on the video.
Okay.
What didn't he say? What, we got 100,000 gangs?
No, that's not true.
Well, you know how many? 46 million people in Iraq, and we took that country in 3 weeks. So that's some numbers for you. 100,000 gang members in Chicago. 46 million people in Iraq, and we took that country in 3 weeks. And everybody didn't participate.
Okay. All right.
So let the caller in. Let them.
Okay, come on, caller. 1398. Sarge, want to hear from you. 1398. Sarge is the captain tonight. I'm the co-captain. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm with bro. I'm with bro in the video, man. If they come down here trying to play with them motherfuckers, bro.
Man, watch your language, bro. Watch it. We already had another couple. Okay, man. All right. Go ahead. All right.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's up there with them shit. I just went and got some extra bullets. So like I said, I ain't really trying to go to war with them. But if they come down here on some over tough stuff, man, it might have to go there. And I'm just saying that beforehand. I ain't looking for no trouble, man. But again, they come down here over tough, Yeah, it might go there. I ain't gonna. Depending on where they gonna be at.
I respect that.
Yeah, I'm not really.
That. Hold on, young man. I respect what you said. Now, can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
When the last time you went to a firing range?
It's about like 2 years ago.
You went about 2 years ago, and you qualified with what weapon?
I couldn't even remember the weapon. I'm not sure about that, but
okay. Bruh, hold on now, young man. I ain't trying to put you on the spot.
No problem.
Now, people that use weapons, then we go to the range actively to keep our skills up. We know exactly what we went to the range with. We don't forget. That's not something you forget. Okay? I may forget my grandkids' birthday, but I'm not going to forget they're my grandkids. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't forget.
I hear you on that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Then you got to get into, it's not in Chicago. How many practice ranges are there?
Probably not many. I don't know. I ain't sure. I didn't shot my shit.
That's what I'm saying. You.
Mine still shoot like new, so it ain't. I don't think it's no problem.
It don't.
But
it doesn't matter what it shoots like.
I just think mostly it don't probably ain't gonna matter anyway, because I think they just gonna be putting them on the red line anyway, making sure because the red line be going crazy. So they probably might put a few of them over there. I don't know, man. I don't think they just gonna be really standing on the street waiting for some trouble to happen. But it's pretty much just gonna make the violence die down for about a couple of weeks or so. Then after that, they gone. It's gonna get right back to it. I don't really see. I heard if they lock you up, it ain't gonna be no regular crime that you did on the street. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be federal or whatever.
Right. Well, I understand. Young man. I understand all of what you're saying. I feel you. But the bottom line up front is this. Now, I don't know if you're from the south side, the west side, the east side. But if you're from the south side, I'm not trying to ask like where you live. Now, the south side, are you familiar with what used to be Kennedy King College over there on 69th and Wentworth?
Yeah, I remember.
There's a whole lot of vacant land over there, ain't it? It don't take nothing to put and some doggone showers and some porta johns and heaters, if it was wintertime, AC units to keep it comfortable, and a whole around it with armed guards. You get outside that fence, if it's martial law, that's the last fence you're gonna climb. See, it ain't gonna be no send to the federal whatever whoop-de-woo. No, you all are gonna be in what's called tent city compounds. Just like they do those inmates in Arizona.
Yeah, right.
You need to look at some of them prisons in Arizona and see how they do those inmates. That's going to be the same thing going on if it gets to that point. Myself personally, I don't want that for Chicago. But a lot of young people are living a fantasy thinking, well, we got guns too. And then, okay, do you all have drones with heat signature laser sighting? No, you don't. So you can't run.
Same thing by a couple of these police officers too, but they've been getting dropped too. So
that's police. Police don't count. I'm talking about military.
And they gonna come down. They gonna come down here thinking it's another day at the job, man. Come on, man. They not gonna come down here on that. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
I don't think so. I ain't never think it.
Young man, you don't have to think so. You look on a map and look at the country of Iraq. We took that country in 21 days, and they had an army to fight us. A trained army. Them game bangers and whatever young folk in Chicago are not trained. They ain't trained worth a good damn. All they know how to do is point and squeeze the trigger and hope they hit something. They do not go to a range. They will not have their eyes open, looking at sights, aiming, and trying to eliminate a target threat. Military personnel, that's what we do.
How long you think they're gonna be here?
Well, I don't know how long they're gonna be there. I don't want them there at all. I don't want them there. But I'm like this. We do this thing called, shoot, move, and communicate. That's how you get out with the ADA. Shoot, move, communicate. You all aren't trained. We're trained. And we can serve ammo. We know we have 210 rounds before we go black on ammo and we're out. We're not going to waste any ammunition. Okay? We go under the doggone mindset of one shot, one kill. So, well, they got switches and this and that. All that sounds good. Real good. Switches eliminate the accuracy of weapons. Those drum magazines that throws the balance of a weapon off. You can't hit the side of a barn if you're pointing at it with one of them, because rifles were not designed to have those magazines on them. See, and that's where these gang members lose. These extendos, as they call it. Those firearms were never designed for those. So that's a guarantee you're going to miss.
I just seen like 3 guys with those yesterday at this festival on 79th and Racine. I just seen 3 guys with those. Man, they walking around with them.
Okay, they walking around with them. But I tell you what, if I take my AR to a range and we put a target up there, and I have a 30-round magazine inserted, and they have a 30-round magazine inserted in their doggone 9mm. You'll be surprised when you see the target hits when the target comes back from it being way out at a 25-meter distance. Because that's the minimum you're going to shoot at, 25 meters. So, like I said, you young folk, y'all play Call of Duty and all that's cool. That's not teaching you need to know, because there were plenty of soldiers that came in the military, thought they knew something because they were called to duty experts. And when it got real, they were like,
what's the expectation of this?
What's the expectation of what?
Of them here. What's the expectation?
Oh, the expectation is for youngins to act a fool like they do and get smoked. That's what it is. Let me explain something to you about the rules of engagement. if you got a crowd of them youngins, you know how them young folk crowd up, they be doing all their little, with their face masks on, whoop, 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 whoop. Somebody starts shooting in that crowd at the National Guard. The National Guard fires at that crowd as a whole. So you got a whole bunch of people that's going to get smoked over the actions of one. Do not fire unless fired upon. The rules of engagement do not state, do not fire unless fired upon and you recognize who fired. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that's crazy. Y'all support
No, that's not. That's our rules.
Y'all support this.
That's our rules.
That's crazy, man. What type of
So all I do is tell these young people, don't do it. It's not what you want. If that's what you want, enlist and you'll get a paycheck and you'll be taught all of this good old shoot them up, kill them up, all this good old stuff that I know, that my daughter knows, that my son knows. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with this medal called a Purple Heart. You get that if you're wounded in combat. My daughter has a Purple Heart. She was wounded in Iraq. And she completed her military time and retired. She's chilling. See? While you got youngins talk, man, you know, I be the whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And I'm sitting here like, okay, that sounds cute. But you got this 43-year-old about to be 44-year-old woman. She done took one for the team in Iraq. You think she's going to take one from somebody in the hood if she's in there put in that situation? Hell no.
Sarge, I know I'm the co-pilot.
Yeah.
I just want to say something real quick.
Go ahead, bro. Do you think?
I'm surprised my brother was talking the way he was talking, man. I thought you would probably be more wiser than the way you was talking, bro. I mean, I don't know, man. I put you in another category. I know you're younger than I am, but I don't want that type of talking, man, to mislead some of these young folks, man, because I know a lot of young people are getting their stuff from the freights when they can, Indiana, Mississippi, and all that. All that's going to be shut off. What if they say no ins and no out? You know, no ins and no outs. And see, that's what I was saying when I first came on here. Some of these guys got probably 100 rounds of ammunition. How many people can you kill with 100 rounds of ammunition? You got a switch on the gun. How long that ammunition is going to last you? Any gun with a switch on is not accurate. You know, that's where they use that to spray a crowd, a lot of people. So what I'm saying, mothers, I'm speaking to the mothers. And Sarge is the captain tonight. I'm the co-captain. Get your sons, get your daughters. Please get them. We don't want nothing like this to happen. I don't want it. I don't want this to happen. Because what's going to happen? Some innocent blood might be shed. Period. Now, I tell the young folks all the time on this platform, just as much as you're ready to kill, be ready to die. And the brother told us how the military works. They're not shooting you in the leg or in the arm to wound you. They're eliminating the threat. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got a caller. You want to take the caller?
Well, Mark,
ahead,
if
Sarge.
I could elaborate
Go
on
ahead, go
switches
ahead.
just to enlighten the young brother.
Captain. Go ahead, you the captain.
Let me enlighten the young brother on these switches.
Okay.
If you get a 9mm and you put a switch on it, do you know how long it would take to empty a 30-round magazine? 1.4 seconds. You can't even spot. That's a camera flash. And you out of all ammunition. Then what you gonna do? That's a camera flash. Everybody say cheese, click.
Okay.
Yeah, that ain't enough time.
Sarge, you got two callers tonight. You got old timer. Then we got old timer first. Then we'll go to Mama Doris. Old timer, Sarge is the captain tonight. I'm the co-captain. So this is his show. Okay, go ahead, old timer. I think that's you, 4093. If not, 4093 area code. I mean, last four digits.
Yes, I mean, let me good evening, everybody. Let me get my list in there on so I know what y'all talking about.
Okay, well just hold on. Okay, we'll come back. Mama Doris.
Okay.
Mama Doris. Sarge, how you doing? Is that Mama Doris?
This is Mama Doris.
Hey, Mama Doris. Yeah, Sarge is he's my captain tonight. I'm the co-captain since this is expertise of talking about firearms and how the military works. So he's in control tonight. So I'm just here. All right, go ahead, Mama Doris. Tell us. Go ahead.
What is it's about firearms?
Yeah, we're talking about. Okay, what we're talking. This is what Sarge, tell her what we're talking about. You the captain. Come and tell exactly what's going on tonight.
We're talking about if the National Guard is deployed to Chicago and any of these young people aggress the National Guard members by firing at them.
Oh my God, Sarge, let's hope that they don't.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want that.
Let's hope and pray that they do not become that provocative, because they would have a responsibility legally to fire back. And God knows we do not want that.
Just tell me, you're going to see the difference on the red line. That's what
young man, hold it. We got one mic. Hold
on, bro. Now somebody else is speaking. Give them that courtesy.
I would not want that to happen, but it is so unfortunate that we have a mayor, we have a governor that have basically been inciting people to riot and to resist what these people are coming in here to do. I mean, it reminds me of all the comments and criticism people had of the January 6th insurrection. But you have a mayor who's telling people to resist. The Chicago Teachers Union had a meeting tonight talking to their members about what they should do in terms of not allowing ICE to come into areas where they have illegal immigrants. That's dangerous. So the mayor is setting the tone for people to be provocative. And you have the leader of the city, and it's, for political reasons, putting the lives of our young people in danger, while our lives are already in danger. And as I've been saying, if it can save one life, bring them here. But you have some very irresponsible politicians, the mayor and the governor being two of them. And I'm very upset over the fact that other elected officials have not had the courage to stand up and say to the mayor and say to the governor, we don't want that. We want law and order. And if you all
can provide the law and order, I can tell you why. I will give you the short answer to that. When you have these problems, and this is in every city, not just Chicago, every Democrat-run city that you have high crime in, and this is going on, you have a lot of organizations that are trying to get 501c financing. We need $700 million for that. We need $800 million for that. We need the other. They're stealing all that money. Crime is a business.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You have people that are opening. Hold on. Let me finish now. You have people that are building organizations, and they are profiting off of crime. If you have not noticed, that lawyer, Benjamin Crump, he does not come out to represent anyone unless it's a white police officer or person that has taken the life of someone black. See?
Sarge, you are absolutely right. They are making it's a cash cow for these people. You're right.
Exactly.
In all of these sanctuary cities. And so it's time for the citizens to rise up against these people because they don't have our best interest at heart. They're thinking about their political careers at our expense and at the expense of our young people. So I hope and pray to God that our young people do not do that. And what we need to be saying to the young people, if the National Guard come in here, stay inside. If you're not going to school, if you're not going to work, if you're not doing something productive, stay inside. Do not provoke these people. I have been in the city where they brought in the National Guard, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty.
And exactly. But we now there are three other callers. I'm not trying to shut you down. Believe I'm not. But there are three other callers in the line. The next person in line is last four digits is 6372.
Good morning.
So we want to hear their opinion. 6372.
Good morning to the panel. This is Street. I've called here a few times. I'm a retired police officer, 25 years. Have worked in SWAT and a few other specialized teams. The question is for you, Sarge.
Special weapons and tactics. Yeah.
That's correct, sir. That's correct, sir. The question I have is for you to explain to us the military strategicness of the military. And I think that's very important for us to understand that their strategic way of doing things would be totally different than your typical law enforcement. Just kind of piggybacking off of the brother that said that they would bring smoke if necessary, and hopefully to explain to us that the U.S. military has a strategic part of their operation. Thank you.
Okay, I'll explain it to you. The strategic that. Okay, you have a platoon. Okay, each platoon has 3 squads. Those 3 squads have 7 to 12 personnel. Well, 7 to 11 personnel per squad. Okay, then you have a command vehicle. Now, the command vehicle is the one that has the drone flying around that's taking all intelligence within the vicinity and disseminating that amongst the other 3, the lieutenant and this and that, right? So you got the lieutenant, you got the sergeant first class, the platoon sergeant, the platoon leader. They're disseminating all this to the squad leaders. And you have team A and team B. So it's not just one team. So basically you have 6 teams, information being disseminated to them, location, and all of that. Not only that, the technology allows you to listen in, and through using GPS, you could find whoever you're looking for via UPS. I mean, not UPS, but GPS. Now, what some don't understand is we have specialized glasses, whereas the laser pointing on the weapons, they cannot be seen with the human eye, but they can be seen with the glasses. You don't even know that they got like green dots on your chest. You just think the weapons are just there. You have drones that have heat, like those helicopters. that have heat-seeking technology. So you can't outrun them because the body temperature of normal is 98.6. So they're going to have a range of 96 degrees to 103 degrees. So you can accurately track a human target. They can't beat the technology. See? So I don't want this to come to Chicago. It's like, I know SWAT is Special Weapons and Tactics. That's the acronym for SWAT. Okay? Some people don't even know that. But your regular, ordinary infantry platoon in an infantry company, they have much better weaponry than a SWAT team, because you'll have APCs, armored personnel carriers, the 113s. Then you got the Humvee, which is the command vehicle. I don't even want to imagine it. I really don't. I really don't, bruh. So I just want to give you that one there. So now we have another caller, 6112. That's the last four, 6112. Now, hopefully I answered your question. I hope I did. 6112.
Yeah, hello, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was listening to the brothers. He was saying that they look forward to them coming over and that they was gonna stand up to the military, and he's not the only one that think like that in these streets. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's crazy that these shorties think that they can sit up there and stand up to the military. I'm glad Sarge was explaining. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, it gets them to look at it from a different perspective. But you know, a lot of these people take this stuff as a joke. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Reb,
Reb, do me a little favor. Talk a little louder because it's kind of muffled. Talk a little louder. I want everybody to hear what you, because what you're saying is very valuable to this panel. Talk a little louder and clear so we can just I don't know if you got me on loud mic. Go ahead.
No, a lot of people look at it as a joke, and it's really not a joke because, you know what I'm saying, lives are at stake, you know what I'm saying? And it don't have to be at stake. Only thing it is to make a decision to abide by the law, be law-abiding citizens. And that's what this is all about. That's the reason why this method has been called here to the city of Chicago, is because of the violence. So, I mean, if these young folks want to continue to think that they are army of themselves, you know what I'm saying, it's funny that they think like that because they're so against each other, you know what I'm saying? Even if they're unified, you can get all the gangs in the city of any city in this nation to come all together in one place, and they will not be able to stand against the United States military. I don't believe they'll be able to stand against any individual branch alone. And if you call yourself, let's say you take down, you become too much to handle as for the National Guard. You know, you got all these other branches that come through. I was raised by Marines. That would be the last one that they would decide to bring, but, you know, just be smart. Follow the law. You know, stop thinking that you can sit up there and do anything that you want, anywhere that you want, at any time that you want, because this is a new time, and Trump is definitely not playing. I don't think that he's wanting to come and harm people at all. I believe that the votes have counted, and one of the things that was asked as he stepped into office is that we did something about crime, and we did something about the budget. And now that he's doing things about it, not everybody agree with it, but man, change is coming, change is here, and we just got to adjust to it. So that's all I want to say.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, see, you have Trump that is functioning pretty much under the same premise as Dwight D. Eisenhower. Now, I know I'm too young to have seen it firsthand, but it did happen. Now, Dwight D. Eisenhower, they had to immigrate to schools in Little Rock. This was in 1957. And the governor of Arkansas, well, we ain't going to do this, and And Dwight D. Eisenhower dispatched the 101st Airborne Division, not National Guard. It's like, you really think you gonna stop what the president say? And see, that's the position that Trump is in, and people don't realize that. Now he's using the 1 weekend a month, 2 weeks in the summer, military with some active duty inserted in there. But what he has all options to do is send the real ones in there, and it ain't gonna be pretty. But if you notice, nothing happened in Arkansas, and if you look at what happened at Kent State in 1970, it wasn't pretty.
Sarge, may I add to that?
Yeah, go ahead, Mama.
This mother,
let her
Doris.
go. Yeah, let her go. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. I know you witnessed this.
In the 1960s, when James Meredith from Jackson, Mississippi, and that's my hometown, when James Meredith went to the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss, as it is well known to be called, they did not protect him there. The state and the local policemen did not protect him there. If it had not been for Kennedy nationalizing the National Guard of the state of Mississippi and sent them to that campus, James Meredith would have been killed. In fact, there were some people killed because the people were out of control. The police, state or local, did not protect him, and they had to send he had to nationalize the National Guard to protect James Meredith, otherwise he would have been killed. This is not pretty. And not only Kent State, Sarge, but Jackson State. It happened around the same time. They sent National Guard.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with all that.
Okay, so you know,
very much.
I want these young people to understand this is not a pretty picture. You don't have anything that can outdo the military. And so let me ask you a question. Do you not think that it is time for the citizens to demand that Brandon Johnson and Pritzker and elected officials be more responsible? Because we're talking about our young people. They're young, and sometimes they don't always think the way they're supposed to. But as adults, we are supposed to guide these young people. These politicians are being totally irresponsible for their own political agenda. Don't you think it's time for the citizens to stand up?
Yeah, that's in the doggone palm of the citizens' hand via their vote. Now we have another caller, 85. The last four digits. I'm not trying to put nobody.
That's
8548.
That's 206. Go ahead, 206. Same number. Go ahead, 206.
That's 206. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, folks. Hey, now it was good being with you.
Hey, 206. Real quick.
Yes,
Sarge is the captain tonight. I'm the co-captain, so he's my my host. Okay, all right. Just let you know. Okay, go ahead. All right.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be no static.
Okay.
We good.
Was Mama Doris done with her comment?
Oh, and one other thing, sir. I'm not talking about when it comes to voting them out at some point in time. I mean now. Do you think it's our responsibility as citizens to come out now and say to these elected officials, you need stop provoking Donald Trump and tell these young people to not provoke the National Guard if they're coming in here? Do you think it is time for us to come out and take a stand now? I mean, like tomorrow, as soon as possible, because I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, it's been time It's been past time for the citizens of Chicago to take a stance on the violence in Chicago. It's been that.
But I'm talking
That's
about
nothing new.
I'm talking about the role and the attitude of the mayor and the governor now, because the mayor is really encouraging people to resist these people, to resist the National Guard. So that's dangerous. As the leader of this city, he should not be doing that. That's dangerous. And these young people.
Yeah, but we realize that, and if the citizens would have come out en masse, because see, there's social media now. You don't need CNN and WGN and Channel 2, 5, 7, and 9. You have social media now. See? So you all need to get with that group, that Chicago Flips Red group, and make some serious noise. I'm quite sure that at least one person in their group, and this is not to minimize Martin's show, at least one person in their group listens to Martin's show.
Well, I'm one.
So get with that group, the Chicago Flips Red group, and organize.
Okay, by the way, real quick, people, let me just interject real quick. We will have P-Ray on here probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I'm going to make a flyer, and she's going to come on here. She's running for Danny Davis' old spot, and she asked me to come on the platform, and she's willing to answer any calls, to take some callers and things like that. So just give you guys a heads up. Okay, thank you. Y'all can continue. All right. All right.
Okay, well, 206, go for it, bruh.
Yes, good to be with you guys. Good to be with you. Great conversation. Now, this gets to the root of, two things. First, I just have a statement and then a warning. But first, in the chat, I was asking some of those questions, Sarge, about your military history. And if you're active duty Army, you understand that that's something that active duty personnel do. We just do that. We're just curious.
I know, because people want to, they'll call false valor on you.
Can I finish?
No, you can finish. I'm just saying that they'll call false valor. So that's the reason I'm so open and honest with everything.
Just briefly. Since I asked them, briefly, I'll answer them myself. I was in the United States Navy enlisted, and I joined in 11 October 90 to 26 September 94, honorably discharged, and I left in the rank. I was an HM, a hospitalman in the United States Navy. I was primarily with the United States Marine Corps, and I left as an E4 or an HM3. And it's funny you asked the youngster who was the first caller, when's the last time he went to the range. I was there yesterday morning, 9 a.m. at Bullseye Shooter Supply. And that's, if you recall, that's the gun range where John Allen Muhammad and Lee Boyd Malvo supposedly bought the M4 to become the Beltway snipers. When I was in the service, I actually was an expert marksman, but not with a M16, but with an M14. And I thank the Navy armorers for my expert ribbon, because they set up good rifles, and they had a competition team at the time, and I actually qualified with one of the competitive rifles. That's the only reason that I was an expert marksman. But the warning that I wanted to give was something called this deals with the National Guard in Chicago. Now, we talked about this. I was on the fence. I said yes. Mama Doris asked a question that I answered yes. If it saves one person, it's worth it. But I had reservations. Let me give you a brief reason why I have a reservation about this. And it has everything to do with what we're talking about. It's called the Basra Prison Incident. It's only one sentence. Let me read this to you. 19 September 2005, 2 undercover British Special Forces SAS soldiers dressed as Arabs in Arab garments opened fire on a group of Iraqi police officers after having been stopped at a roadside checkpoint. 2 Iraqi police officers were shot. 1 was wounded. 2 soldiers were arrested. The 2 British soldiers were arrested and taken to the Al Jamar police station, where British Special Forces busted them out before they could be charged and put on trial in Iraq. Why am I mentioning? What's my point in saying this? My suspicion is that the National Guard is in Chicago for reasons that they haven't stated. And if they want, we telling the youth, stay in the house, don't shoot at the National Guard, they don't have to do that. Because if the government of the National Guard wants to get some SHIT started, what they will do is they will send people out on the street. They will dress them up like they're gangbangers. I'm not saying they will do this, but they're capable of doing this. And they'll start shooting people, and then they'll blame it on the community. The United States Army, Marine Corps, Navy, they've been doing this all along. They do this all the time. This is what bothers me about that. So, and I'll close my comments by just curiosity. I'm just curious, Sarge. Now, you were in the Army. So, and I'm familiar with the United States Marine Corps, even though I was in the Navy. But when it comes to, this is a question for you. When it comes to the United States Army Combat Unit Command structure, it starts at the smallest with team and goes up to corps, division, and corps. But what comes between team and, let's say, brigade? What is the 4 steps between that? Do you remember that offhand? Because somebody asked me this earlier.
Okay. Well, when you get to talking about like the steps between team, brigade, division, thus and so, okay.
Well, what comes
That's
after team? What comes after team?
That's on the officer side. Okay, that's on the officer side of the fence when you're talking about your groupings, okay?
It's not. If you're enlisted, you're on these teams. So after team, what comes after team?
Like I said, when you get to talking about the upper echelon of all of that the officers. Because it's like this. Me, you have the team leader, okay? After team leader, you have the squad leader. After squad leader, you have the platoon sergeant. After platoon sergeant, you have the first sergeant. In that order.
What I was told, and I asked somebody, but I didn't know that you guys were going to do this radio show. And I was talking to a neighbor of mine in the building I live, and we were talking about this, and he said the team is led by a corporal or a sergeant. And I thought it was an officer. It was a corporal or a sergeant.
No. Team leaders. A team leader is a corporal or E5 sergeant.
Exactly what I said.
A squad leader is a staff sergeant.
And then
because the staff means you're into troop management. The platoon sergeant is a sergeant first class.
Sergeant first class. You sure about that?
Oh yeah, I'm sure about that. You don't have any staff sergeant, platoon sergeants unless they are a stand-in in the Army for sergeant first class E7.
I was told it was a second or first lieutenant, and I thought it was a sergeant or something like that.
No.
All right.
That's the platoon leader.
Okay, guys. We don't want to drift with the military talk. Sarge, go to the next call.
Don't drift.
Yeah,
I know you don't want to drift too far.
We got everybody's attention. Real quick.
Well,
Sarge,
Martin,
Sarge,
can I?
You can say, let me just say this. For those of you that's on YouTube, please hit the like button. Hit the like button. I need you guys to hit the like button. Do that. Please do that. This is a very important. We're not asking for no money. We're not begging. We're not trying to swindle nobody out of no money or hint that we need money. Just hit the like button. Okay, Sarge, you should resume. Go ahead.
Okay, and I'm going to make this quick and swift. The platoon leader is a butter bar. That's a second lieutenant. First lieutenants are executive officers as of Army. First lieutenants are not platoon leaders. They're in the head shed with the captain. Okay, that's the platoon leader. The platoon sergeant, platoon daddy, is E7 sergeant first class. If there's not one available, a staff sergeant with the highest rank holds that position until E7 sergeant first class takes over that position. Okay?
Come on, Sarge.
Squad leaders, there we go. Squad leaders are staff sergeants. Okay? Team leaders are corporals or sergeants, E5. And it's 2. That's the reason you have one, when you come to a platoon, there's 3 squads. You'll only have 3 E6s. You don't have 2 E6s.
Sarge, come on now. Let's get to the next caller. Let's get to the next caller, y'all.
Bottom line front. There you go.
The guy that was, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but the part of the reason I asked is the guy that was on the SWAT team that called earlier, he's probably listening. It sounded like he might have been asking this type of question. I wasn't so sure if he got the answer that he wanted, but I'll go ahead and mute my line, guys. Thanks.
Okay.
Good talking to you.
We got
okay.
Go to the next caller, Sarge. I think it's Marcus.
Come on, Marcus. 6544. Come on with it, Marcus.
No, that ain't Marcus. Marcus. No, that's not Marcus. Marcus is 4994. I'm sorry. 4994. That's Marcus.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay, I messed up. All right, my bad.
Oh yeah.
94, 49. My bad, Marcus. Okay. I'm sorry.
Hello, Sarge. Right now, I'm
What's going on, bro?
I'm gonna be mute. I'm gonna mute myself until I get home.
Okay, we'll go to the next caller.
I don't want you to hear all this crap.
Okay, so you want us to skip you and go to the next caller?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna just listen in.
Okay, 6544. 6544. Go ahead, ma'am.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. Hey, friend. Where you been at? Go ahead.
I don't
Stop flirting, Martin.
I don't want to say it on your show because I don't want to turn it into a mess.
Okay, please.
I just want to say to the Sarge, first off, me and you have traded words before in the comments. I don't agree. We have. I don't agree with a lot of your political stances and everything. However, I do agree with you on why the National Guard should not be here. And I also wanted to say thank you for your service.
Well, you are very welcome.
So what I need people to understand, because I was looking at the comments, and I really don't think, Sarge, that people were really understanding and grasping what you were saying in terms of, the National Guard and everything. And what they're really not understanding and what they're missing is to deploy troops in a city, they do not have to adhere to any type of policing policies. They don't have to adhere to anything. So therefore, anything or anybody they shoot, they don't have to be held accountable for it because they don't have policing training. That's not what their service is. And I really, the people that saying bring the National Guard here, I really don't think they understand what having a militarized city entails. The second thing I want to point out is,
okay, hold, sis. Now, if you could hold on a second, let me put a short little deal on the first. I understand what you're saying, that they don't understand. They really don't. And they don't really want it, but they want it out of desperation because they think it's going to help. So continue.
Well, see, that's part of the problem because when Black people work out of emotion, we ask for the wrong things. History has told us this. My second point I was about to make was the term MAGA. I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but it did not start with Donald Trump. It started with Ronald Reagan. It started with Reagan. Yeah. Okay. So I was little back then when Reagan was in office. You know, oftentimes when you're little and you're hearing adults talking, you're not grasping. You're hearing what adults are saying, but of course you're not old enough to ascertain exactly what it means that they're saying. When you hear people use the term trickle-down economics and things of that nature. Why did I bring that up? People have to be foolish and very naive and gullible to think that the man who donned the term "Make America Great Again," who helped the CIA flood the Black community with drugs, and this new administration with the same tagline, "Make America Great Again," actually give a damn about Black people killing each other. If he cared about Black people killing each other, he would not have disfunded a lot of the programs that were helping. And I know they were helping because there were at least 3 young men that I know of that were in programs here in Chicago that helped them tremendously.
I wanted to say that earlier.
The third thing I need people to understand is, as I said a little while ago, when we're so upset, we work off emotion. We work off emotion, and we do not pay attention to what we attach ourselves to when we work off emotion. Now, we all know in the 90s how violent it was. At one point in time, Chicago was doing 900 to 1,000 murders per year. We know this. Anybody can pull the charts and graph stuff from that time, and you will see that. So, Black people upset about what's going on in their communities, we're begging politicians and people to do something about that. So what came from it? The 1994 crime bill. My point is that what people don't often talk about with that 1994 crime bill is Black people supported that bill. If you do research, the National Gallup poll, over 58% of Black folks polled for that poll supported that bill. And what did that bill get us? What did it get us? This is what I mean, Bass. We have to be careful what we ask for.
It was a Democrat that made that bill.
Exactly.
No, it was a Democrat.
It was a Democrat that we always vote for.
It was Joe Biden.
Please do not interrupt me.
One call at a time. Sir, we're going to rerun it smooth. I'll give you a chance to respond to her, okay? I promise you will. Let her hear out. I know she's a little long-winded, but let her hear out. Let us hear her out. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to hear all her points.
Martin, respectfully speaking to you, I apologize about being winded, but see, the problem is...
It's okay. You're making sense. It's okay. Go ahead.
That's all right, sister. That's all right. Get your point out.
I get frustrated with my people because we clearly do not have a clue about what we're asking for here. We don't. And it's frustrating.
Well,
it really is. And then the problem with this whole situation is it's all fun and games because they thinking that it's only going to be the quote unquote YNs that's going to be getting shot. What do you all think is going to happen when some fool from the unit just see somebody coming from the store with a hoodie on and he deemed him to be one of these little YNs and he shoot him?
Can't do that. You can't fight. No, sister. No, sister.
So this is what I'm gonna give you.
Hold on, sister. Now let's just keep it 100. The rules of engagement are: you cannot fire unless you've been fired upon. They can't just fire upon somebody because he looked like a hoodlum. So they will be in Fort Leavenworth prison for the rest of their life. in a situation like that.
With that being
hold on. Give me 15 more seconds. And I know this for sure because I know some white military members, and that's where they're at, overdoing they did beyond that in Iraq. I'll talk to Martin later on the phone about what they did, and he can research it. But yeah, so they can't just, that nigga is right there. Pop, pop, pop. No, they can't do that. If they do, they go life in prison.
Just to finish your point.
With that being said, I implore, if ain't nobody seen it, I implore you all to watch the Ryan Coogler documentary on Hurricane Katrina on Hulu, and that will solidify the point I just made. The last point I want to make before I get up off of here, because I'm not staying on here, because I don't have the brain cells to go back and forth with people. I just don't. It's interesting seeing a lot of the black men that I'm seeing calling for the National Guard to come here, when some of these are some of the same Negroes that I know for a fact was once the very YNs that they now despise. Calling for the National Guard to come here. They contributed to the madness, but now because they got help and they done got old and got wiser, they think the door's supposed to slam. You contributed to the madness. You was out here doing the same crap that these shorties is doing now. The difference is they didn't have social media back then. So it is absolutely asinine. Yes, it is
that's
true.
Not
they was carjacking and stuff back in the day. Yes, they was. I'm from the west side of Chicago, K-Town, and ain't nobody gonna tell me no different because I was a shorty coming up in this shit. So I know exactly what I'm talking about.
No cussing, ma'am. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Well, what I understand about the west side of what you're talking about is I was an armed security guard from the south side of Chicago that worked at ShopRite on the west side. I think it was Madison and Cosner or Kildare. I can't remember exactly.
It might have been Kildare because we used to call that market basket because they used to have the balloons with the rubber bands tied to them that you used to be able to bounce back and forth on your hands. They used to have those tied up on the poles. They used to be there, if you can remember that.
Okay. I used to work there, and what I saw over there, I was like, my son would never be that type. So when you talk about situations like that, you have to be specific because all black men did not fail their children, especially our sons.
That's not what I'm saying, sir.
But that's the way it came out. No, sister, that's the way it came out.
Something like that.
Well, no.
That's the way it came out. I mean, that's like if I was to say black women ain't blah, 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 blah. It will come out that I'm painting the brush against across all black women now.
Well, if you re-listen to the show, I didn't dare say all black men. I said some black men that I knew for a fact that was from the street. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Okay, that's a black man from the street. Okay, I can agree with that.
Part of context is listening. I was joined. But anyway, you gentlemen have a good evening.
Thank you for calling. Next caller, people. Next caller, Sarge. 8554.
Thank you.
Thank you. 8554.
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What's up, Buck?
Yeah, I got a slightly different take. I kind of understand what the sister was saying, but I got to be careful how I say this. So I kind of mentioned this before a few nights ago when I called in the show about looking up the history of Pritzker. He's a global, very dangerous man, especially with his family. They're pushing global agendas, just like the governor of California, just like the governor of New York. And it's interesting now Yeah, because I don't want the military in Chicago neither. It's, got my own reasons, but if that does happen, does that neutralize the power, or does that make the mayor and the governor lame ducks? Because if that does happen, I don't see who in their right mind is going to vote them back in office again.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got a mayor and a governor that doesn't want to deal with the crime, but they're more worried about the immigration issues. But then you have a president from a totally different party comes in and does whatever. You're done.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about it, this is just my take, and anyone that agrees can agree or disagree, whatever. The thing about it is this: Black people as a whole, now all eyes are open. You have all of the conversation about the 1994 crime bill, and it was written by Democrats. And that Democrat that wrote it was Joe Biden. And it was signed into law by the first supposed to have been, according to Black people, Black president, Bill Clinton. And then the after effect of what happened to Black American men, that should have been a wake-up call as of, why are you still voting for these people? You're seeing what they're doing to the community. Okay. Now that doesn't erase the Iran, Contra, cocaine in the Black community's situation. Nor does it erase, go back to Vietnam, the same thing happens. I mean, if anybody noticed, anytime a country, and I talked to Martin about this, he'll co-sign, anytime the American military goes into some foreign land, it changes the doggone drug tapestry. Anybody notice that? It used to be crack was king. Rocks were everywhere. But after 9/11, we invaded Afghanistan. You couldn't find crack rock. But you started finding heroin, didn't you? Now, what's the major product outside that is exported by Afghanistan? Heroin. Hello.
Martin, I got a question.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
To the caller that was just talking, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, caller, but it sounds like you're saying if Trump comes into Chicago with the National Guard and it actually fixes or gives measurable improvement on the crime issue, then he has proven that the mayor and the government and the governor are useless garbage, and never should have been in office in the first place. Is that what you're saying?
No. Yeah.
I mean, the writing's on the wall. And this is going beyond political parties. I mean, the same thing could have happened.
Is that what you're saying, though? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
That's exactly what's being said. That's it.
But I got to ask him.
Okay, yeah. Let me say something. I want to interrupt real quick. I want to go. I want to change gears just a little bit. We'll come back to you. The young caller, the young brother, 1398. This is what I want to focus on. Since he is a part of that culture in the sense of that age range, let's kind of talk to him a little bit. I want to engage him into this conversation too. 1398. I need you. Tell Sarge, I'm co-pilot tonight. Sarge is the captain tonight. He's driving the plane, the ship, whatever you want to call it. Talk to us, brother. I want you to engage with us with the mindset and out here in these streets for these young folk, because these young folks need to hear this. So you said earlier that these young folks will blow back at the police. I'm paraphrasing, so they'll do that. So why are you saying that? Tell us, tell our audience, why are you saying that?
Well, I'm at the point,
Sarge.
and I think the mayor said this on TV too, that they and the lady just said it too, as far as they took the money out of funding for kids to have jobs during the summer, had them something to do, and pretty much when you take away all them programs away, what do you expect? You should expect crime at a young age. Yeah, of course, ain't nothing else to do.
No, but okay. What I'm trying to get out of you, bro, you was saying. And Sarge challenged you. When was the last time you've been to the gun range? You was saying that these shorties, they got over 1,000. They probably don't have over 1,000, 100,000 game, maybe 100,000 members. Maybe you could say that. That's what I believe you was mentioning. 100,000 members. That's what you really was saying. So my point is, you said that it's a lot of young people out here thinking that way. Why you think that? And you one that probably think that way. Why you think that?
Again, they ain't put nothing in this area for us. Ain't no jobs being open, and so ain't no money being distributed around the community. So again, of course, if you look in this area, it's gonna be more crime than any other area. So again, I mean, hopefully they don't. It depends on how they coming. When they get down, I don't think they're gonna be standing on corners and no shit like that. Cause it be
Watch
people,
your language, brother. Watch your language. Come on.
It be people at these areas. And when they come on the red line, there's people that hang up there on the red line. There's people that hang over on Saturday night to Ashland. So what you saying? They're gonna come around and tell people, "Hey, y'all gotta move around." What? Man, people been here pretty much their whole life, and you telling them to move around? Come on, man. Let's be for real.
I'm gonna tell you,
Sarge.
May I say something?
Go ahead, Mama Doris. I'm gonna submit. Go ahead, Mama Doris. Then Sarge. I'm
trying to stay focused on what we're talking about.
Thank you.
And that is to bring the National Guard in here. I am 81 years old. I have lived in a police state. I have seen the National Guard. I know how corrupt the United States government is. And the brother who made the scenario about the Iraqi soldiers and what they do, all of that is true. I am not being emotional. I'm being realistic, based on history, based on experience. That is what I'm talking about. And because of all of the things I know, I am concerned about our young people. I will pose the question again. Is one Black life not worth living? Worth saving? We're in a crisis. There's crime all over America, but we're talking about Chicago. And I'm saying to young people, I'm not in love with the National Guard. I know what they can do. I understand this military, but I'm saying if the mayor and if the governor will not do what they need to do to curb and to stop this crime as much as possible, then if bringing in the National Guard will save one Black life, I am all for it, because I'm tired of our young people being mowed down, gunned down. I'm tired of losing
Can I ask you a question?
people. I'm tired of
Hold on.
Yeah. Well, let the young man ask a question. Let him ask.
Now, I'm trying to see that since they bringing them down here, and obviously there's gonna be friction between them and CPD, because for some reason the mayor not even all the way in with this. So if they not really working together, how they expect everything else to work? I'm confused. Like,
what I'm saying to you, young man.
Whoa. Mama Doris.
That sound like destruction. That sound like destruction.
Mama Doris, I don't know if the young man was finished asking his question. He just paused.
No. She can go. That just sound like destruction to me. But yeah, she can go.
Sweetie, this is what I'm saying. I'm concerned about my people, you, young people. So what I'm saying to us, whether the Chicago Police Department or the National Guard get along, irregardless of that, I am saying to us, let's stay stay out of their way. Let's save our lives. Let's be strategic. Don't feed into it. Stay at home. Don't give them a reason to want to do anything. If you're not going to work, if you're not going to school, stay at home. Don't put yourself in danger. These people are capable of doing anything and whatever they want to do. Let's not feed into it, because let me tell you something. This picture is much bigger than you understand. This is all about control. And we have to be strategic enough to save ourselves, to do what we need to do to protect and save ourselves. That's all I'm saying. So,
You talking about people that don't even really trust CPD like that. And you want them to just stay out of their way. It just sounds like a bunch of destruction to me. You know?
I don't trust CPD. I don't trust them. I'm not in love with the military. I'm not in love with these different agencies. I am talking about us trying to save our lives so we won't continue to lose our young men and our young women. I'm talking about your future. And the strategy is to stay out of their way. Don't feed into this power play.
Well, the honest strategy, is to not be self-destructive at all. Okay?
So
hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish now. Now, the young man, he's trying to make a point as his age range of people, which I understand. I understand what he's saying. Okay. Now, his generation, and he can correct me as an old man if I'm wrong. His generation is the fear no more generation. See, they ain't like that. Hold on.
Yeah.
The younger people, now I'm gonna ask the young man one question as to the mentality, and he'll give me the answer. The young people today, their mentality is, we ain't our ancestors. All right?
Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Now, young man, is that y'all mentality?
Yeah, you hit it on the head.
There you go. The young people are like, we ain't our ancestors now. All that old time Negro spiritual, we will overcome. Let's rejoice and sing.
I'm sorry, y'all. Forgive me, y'all.
We got our ancestors.
Sorry.
We ain't our ancestors, all right?
Let me ask him a question, Sarge.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to know, can you understand, as an elder, as a grandmother, can you understand what I'm saying when I say to you, I want to help save your life and the life of our young men and women? Do you understand where I'm coming from as a grandmother?
Yeah, I understand you saying that. Do you know what it's going to take to get there?
Oh, good question.
I know what it's going to take to get there. And let me say something to you. When I was coming up, our parents were saying the same thing then as I'm saying now. Because during that time, you had young people who think just the way you all are thinking today. And what we were saying to them as elders, we understand what you're thinking, but we know best and we know how we can help you save your life. It's the same, it's no different. Every period, every era for Black people in this country, Even during slavery times, the wife or the mother would jump up when the slave master would come in the house, and the man of the house did what men do, but they jumped in the way to save that man's life. It's the same difference today. And that's all I'm saying. I'm trying to impress upon us tonight that if they come in here, stand down. And I can take it a step further. If we had been doing what we were supposed to be doing in our communities, and I did not want to go down this road, but if we had been doing all along as much as we could have possibly done, we would not be where we are today, because we have stood by and allowed it to happen. Because we didn't check people when we should have checked them. We didn't check children when we should have been checking them. We were not being men and women that we should have been when the children got out of control. So we have not done what should have been doing. All of this violence in our community, I am ashamed. I am ashamed because we have not stood up and said it is not going to go on this block. We do have a code of conduct. You will respect the elders. You will respect yourself. We have not consistently done what we are supposed to do. So we are where we are today. And I'm saying I want to try to save, if it's one life, one Black life, if we can save it, I am for saving it by whatever means we have to do it. I'm not in love with these people. I know what these people will do to us. These people don't give a damn about us. But we've got to be smart.
Okay, hold on now. Now, you're 20 years older than me, okay? You're 20 years older than me. Black folk, when everything became on, G, or whatever, segregated, what did Black folk do? They ran right to the white man's freezer. White man ice cubes are colder than the Black man's ice cube, and passed that on to us. Me, born in 1963, shop with them because you get better quality. And ba 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 ba. That's where it started at. So I'm trying to reach this. Hold on. Let me speak my piece. Now I'm trying to touch bases with this young man from the south side of Chicago that don't like what he's seeing, that's looking for solutions, instead of a long history sermon on what happened way back when the bottom line up front is the baby boomer generation, except for the last portion of, and really in some of them, they failed Black America, okay? Right. Martin Luther King, be doggone, forgiving of your enemy, and the blah, 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 blah. I'm like this. I'm from the generation of you smack me, I'm going to smack you back. I'm a follower of Malcolm X, not Martin Luther King. You see what I'm saying?
There were those.
Hold on. Let me finish. Allow me to finish. Give me that much. This young man, he's from a more extreme generation than my generation, the Malcolm X generation of, you bring it to me, you gonna get as good as you gave, because we ain't playing them games no more. All right, by any means necessary, we ain't playing them games.
Hey, I got a question.
So
hold on, y'all. Bill trying to get in.
Got the young.
We know you get that, Bill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make
we know
sure.
you that. We know you that, Bill.
Hold on, Bill. Bill, I'm finna land the plane. this young man, that he has not been disrespectful to anybody on here. But he has, hold on.
Sarge,
See that?
Quit bending motion. Keep going, Sarge. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, dude.
Now, this young man he's like, okay, look, this is how we are. And this is what it is, and that's what it is. And I can respect that because I remember how I was. Lift every voice and sing. No, I ain't lifting nothing. Give me my money.
Jesus Christ.
Martin, I'm going to say this and I'm going to go.
Okay.
You know, there were those of us who believed in staying in those segregated communities. There were those of us who promoted doing for self. There were those of us who did not believe that the white man's ice was colder than ours. So you had that segment of the Black population who did not believe in integration. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad did not promote that. So I'm going to get off by saying, I understand where this young man is coming from. I understand his frustration, his pain. But I will say to you young people, you don't have any power that will stand up to this government of the United States when they want to slaughter us. So don't give them a reason to do so, not willingly. So you all have a good night.
Thank you, Mama.
And I pray that it will not end the way some people may want it to end. And I pray that we will get on the mayor and tell him he needs to stop being provocative. He needs to stop encouraging people to go against these people, particularly our people, because the mayor is only speaking up for these immigrants. I'm talking about Black Americans, young Black women. You all have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Mama Doris. We love you. Bill.
Thank you.
Come on, Bill. Let Bill come
Yeah.
on. Come on, Bill.
Yeah, I just tuned in a little bit ago and heard the young man, and I heard Mama Doris respond, and she 100% right. I can hear my grandmother's voice. My mother is Mother Doris' age. I'm 64, and I remember the riot. We survived the National Guard coming here when Martin Luther King got killed. There was curfews and everything, and she 100% right. My grandmother was telling my uncles and my mama and dad to stay at home. Don't go out tonight. We gonna sit right here on this porch. We stand in the house, and they did so, and we survived it. But I can't understand anybody at this point. The fight ain't about the troops coming to do nothing to a Black person. If you're not committing no crime, it shouldn't bother you at all. That's the bottom line. You sound like this mayor and this governor. This mayor and this governor has got a fight that they're not gonna lose no loved ones, because they loved ones ain't gonna go against the federal government. They're gonna be put up, if not out of the whole city. They're gonna be out of town. So why put yourself in a position to fight a fight that you're not gonna win? And Sarge mentioned this a while back. Maybe the National Guard won't pop off, but if they shoot anything, they got the right to shoot back. If they shoot at the DEA, ATF, they got a right to do whatever. Just use common sense. These people that's fighting against this is fighting against preserving Black lives.
We ain't talking about nothing else. And the same people that's fighting the mayor and the governor, they went against all the black people. They had people down at City Hall letting them know how they feel. And they went against every person that it was against this immigration. They went against the people that voted them in for somebody that never even had their foot in this country, earned any money, paid no taxes, didn't fight in no wars against all the people that have. There's something wrong with that picture. And how could you believe and listen to somebody like that? Neither party is greater than the other. Neither party. They're all crooks. But when you open your eyes to being black, and yes, y'all rebellious. I was rebellious. My father was rebellious. He came up game banging and whatever. But one thing, I can't take credit from Martin Luther King, and I admire Malcolm X to the fullest, but it's a time to be Malcolm, and it's a time to be Martin.
Hey, I got a question.
Yeah, well, that much is very much true.
Two more callers, y'all.
But what we're talking about right now is we're talking about young Chicago people not going out there trying to be what's that game they play on them video games, Call of Duty? Not trying to play Call of Duty games against people that are trained for that. That's what the show is about.
Hey, Martin.
That's what the show is about. It's about these young people not going out there to intentionally kick something off, and that's only if.
No, that's not making any sense.
Only if.
It sure
hold on. That's only if the National Guard members are sent into like Inglewood, Woodlawn, Gus and So, which I don't think they're even gonna be there. Personally.
When are they supposed to show up? Is there a date they're supposed to show up?
I'm hearing.
Oh no, that's not being. No. Nobody is letting the date know.
Martin,
the date be known as of
Sarge.
when.
I'm hearing that they're here already. I have not confirmed that, Sarge.
Okay. Yeah, I've been hearing it too.
Okay.
I've been hearing it too on the news. On the news down here in Georgia, they said the National Guard are there already. Now I haven't. Nobody's called me up and said, "Hey, Leonard, I've seen some people out in uniforms in the streets and the da 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 da." I haven't seen it.
They may be waiting for a date or an event like Cinco de Mayo or something.
But
okay.
I don't know.
Guys.
I don't have that information.
Okay, guys. Sarge, you got two more callers.
I don't have that information. All I'm saying is this.
Go ahead. After that, go to your callers.
I know you got two more callers.
Those are callers.
Yeah.
Marcus, you ready?
Yeah.
Marcus, are you ready?
I just want to say this. I want to say this. Again, I hear people talking about the criminals. Feeling sorry for the criminals. Not on this show. Not talking about nobody on this show. I'm talking about in general. I've heard Tyrone Muhammad talk about there are no jobs. Some of these young people don't want to get up and go to work. They want to get up and rob and kill. That's all they know. That's all they've been taught. So I think people like me, we tired of what's going on in this city. Even though I don't own a store, it's wrong to be smashing and grabbing in that store. Because what happens is they have to pay insurance. They have to pay their employees. And if people keep breaking in these stores, they're going to pack up and move. And then you're going to have a problem. It really ain't going to be no job. They are making excuses for what these kids are doing. And it's not all of them are doing it, Martin, but there's just a group that gets up and want to rob. They don't want to work. All they want to do is smoke dope, rob, and make excuses. Blame it. I didn't have a daddy in the house. Well, I didn't have a daddy in the house either. Did I go out there and rob somebody? No. I went out there and went and found a job and went to work and got what I want. They don't want to work. They don't want to follow order. They want to give order, but they don't want to follow order. So
have you talked to any? Have you talked to them?
What it is they don't want to work. They're robbing people. What about the victims? What about what the victims have to go through for the rest of their life? What about what they go through?
Have you talked to these people?
Have I talked to these people? I'm one of these people.
The young people. I'm talking about the young people. I'm talking about the young people.
Right.
I talk to young people all the time. Martin can tell you. I work with young people. What about the victim? What about the victim? You got some young people just like you got some adults. You got some adults who wake up, want to ride the train and ask for a handout. They don't want to go get a job. The same with some young people. Those are the ones that's the problem. Not the ones that's getting up going to work, not the ones that's getting up going to school, trying to do the right thing. And they can't even go to school because they got to deal with the ones that go to school to create chaos. What do you do about that? What about the victim? We victims in our own neighborhood. Is the National Guard going to change it? No.
Somebody laughed.
They're not going to completely change it. But something needs to be done. Because right now, what's being done now is not working. You got all these people who got these non-for-profit organizations. They're all about money. They got their handouts. We need resources. How much money do you need to save your own people?
You know what? You could throw money at the problem all day long. It's not going to solve the problem. Because when you got parents that was raised by 8-ish parents that had kids, and now they're raising 8-ish
Hold on, ma'am. You
kids,
get your chance to talk.
It's continual BS. And those that can make 501c to get a check and a grip off of it, they are profiteering off of that. They are doing it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Sarge, hit the next caller that 2770.
Okay.
2770. Next caller. Go ahead.
I'm gonna go and look
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
What I'm looking at is it seems like a lot of lies is being told here. Like that young man just said to the other guy. He said, "Well, did you talk to these people? Who are these people you talking about? I don't think young men or young kids getting up to do anything to anybody. A lot of times, I think a lot of them being coerced to do this. Who's leading them in this path? Who's coercing them to get out here and act this way? I don't think they're doing it on their own.
Well, who you tell us? Give us the answer. Who's doing it? Who's doing it?
Yeah, who you think doing it?
I think they're being coerced by the older group.
Oh, really?
You tell us more.
They are, and in some cases,
let her talk.
Y'all let her talk. Let her talk.
Oh, wait, whoa,
Let her talk.
Like the other. And like
hold on. Let me put one thing out there, Mr. Let her talk.
No, bro. You talk too much.
You are not running this show. You are not running this show. You can be dry. Okay? You are not running this show.
If you're able to tell your story,
let this sister speak.
Sister, no disrespect.
Let Sarge talk. Let Sarge talk. Go ahead, Sarge. Go ahead.
Sister, no disrespect. But the brother that came on there trying to be a moderator, well, dude, you ain't running nothing but your mouth on this platform right now tonight, and you can't be dropped. So I advise you to not say anything and let this sister make her point without trying to be a moderator.
Listen,
this is not your show.
You're interrupting her, and you're telling me to stop talking.
206.
But okay, but who,
206.
Martin, whose show is this tonight?
Sarge is 206.
Okay,
He's
so
in charge.
If you're running it, brother, why don't you drop me, Sarge?
Martin, whose show is this tonight?
It's yours, Sarge. 206. 206. I'm about to put everybody on mute and let one person to, because I don't need this. We're going smooth. Okay.
I promise.
Okay. Okay. All right. All right, Sarge. Okay, go ahead.
No, what I was saying was let this sister speak and get her what she's trying to say. 206 trying to add his little 2 cents. It's like, this is
Martin.
not the 206.
Okay.
And
206. Come on. So just be
my
quiet.
God.
Please.
Come on, man.
Please,
See,
man.
Martin?
Okay. Listen. This is how we're going to do it.
I'm gone, man. I'm gone. I'm
Okay.
gone. I'm gone. I'm done.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you. I hope you are.
Sarge,
You
come
little
on.
jealous bastard.
Sarge,
Now,
Sarge, you're
this
doing
is,
well. Sarge, you're doing well. Don't do that.
hold.
Don't do that, man.
I know, but I had to get that one out. Now, Martin was like, I would like for you, because I don't want to say need, because Martin don't need me. Martin was like, I would like for you to add some expertise on some things. It's no secret that 206, whatever, but I'm not going to go into all that. You cannot be a moderator on the show, 206. It's not your show. Martin is the moderator. I am blessed to be asked to be a guest with a speaking position on his show. So stand down. Now, let the sister get her talking point out. Sister, speak and let it all hang out. Please get your point across.
Like I was saying before, I think these young men are being coerced into doing the things that they're doing out here. I don't think they're getting up just to be into all type of negative activity out here. And like the older lady was saying about one black life being saved, what she was saying was just like you sitting up here saying, well, oh, this age group did it this way, and another age group did it this way. And he's telling them, oh, the young men today, oh, they just ready to go at it, eye for an eye, or however you were saying it. But at the same time, she's saying, just like you sitting up here and you able to tell your story from your younger years on what was going on with you all, she feel like, okay, well, the same for these young men. Don't just have them sitting up here calling them YNs and they all out of the way, crazy, doing this and that, negative stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? Give them a chance to live their life and tell their story, just like you able to do it for yourself. That's all I'm saying. You know, just don't put it all on them like they just out here like that. I don't think that's the case. I think it's a lot of lies being told here.
Oh,
man, I love that.
So.
And she for real with it, because this is a young man.
That's all I need to say. That's all.
This is a young man that's trying to talk to us and let us know the world through the eyes of a young man. We should listen. Don't judge. Listen to try to understand what that young man sees. I can't visualize the world through young eyes. That's the reason I listen to young people, so they can make me understand what they are seeing. You dig?
I'd like to make a comment.
Go ahead, Bill. Then we got a new call after you. Go ahead.
We should respectfully listen to our younger generation, but to sit back and ignore my past, I'm gonna speak for myself. My past of what I've seen, and see you moving in the same direction that I was moving in, and others that I hung around, and it wasn't conducive. If I just sit back and let it ride and not give the truth, then I'm not doing my race any good. And as far as the lady saying being coerced by older people to a certain degree, there's always peer pressure. And I wasn't one who was subject to peer pressure, but there was a lot that played into the fact of me turning to the street, to crime. And I came from good stock. I came from very good stock. But I chose that life because of the environment that I surrounded myself with. Yeah, I got up to do things. I didn't see any wrong with doing drugs or selling drugs or sticking up and anything else under the sun that you can name of that I did. I got up to do those things, but I was influenced by black exploitation movies and my environment. Not my mama and daddy getting up, going to work, and earning a pension. My grandparents, all four of them. I did that. And I don't want to see the same thing keep repeating itself. As far as that's the problem with our younger generation. I thought I was bad, and everybody else thought I was bad. These kids think they're bad and indestructible. It's bad enough that you're going up against your own, and you're supposed to be caring about each other and loving each other. I get you an eye for an eye. I've lived that life, but what Mama Doris was saying, the eye for an eye ain't gonna pan out when you talk about somebody that don't care about you at all. At all. Be smarter.
Okay. I mean, it's things that we can understand. Bruh, you my age. The things that happened to your life was because of your messed up decisions. That's all it is. You made the wrong decisions. You came forward and said, I made the wrong decisions. Okay? Yes, we respect that. Okay? That goes right into, you can have someone that has two parents and they get all of the what's textbook-wise supposed to equal success. It don't equal success. Everybody gonna be their own self person. You see what I'm saying? Now, the thing with me is this. I know this young man that's on this live stream tonight with us old AARP plus card holding age people. I want to hear him speak so that I could get a glimpse of life through what he sees. And if I could draw a correlation between, that's where you could reach this thing called common ground and be like, hey, young man, look, this, that, and the other. See, and this is not to diss Mother Doris. She's old enough to be my mama, okay? And the things that she saw in life, racially and whatnot, I didn't experience that. That was over with. The things that I seen in life that, that was racial, whatever, this young man is on here talking to us. And he's talking to us because he's seeking guidance. He's looking for answers for his questions. Now, we need to listen to this young man and try our best to understand him and give this young man answers opposed to what he's been receiving. Now, can we all agree on that?
Yep, got a new caller. Got your new caller, Sarge.
Thank you.
You going to the next call? New caller, 313, area code.
Yeah. Yes. Hey, Martin. Hey,
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Martin. Hey, Martin. How you doing?
Great.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Hey, look. Yeah. Hey, I'm from Detroit,
Mm-hmm.
and I grew up.
What up, though?
Hey, how you doing? What up, though? I came up during the 1967 riot in Detroit, where the governor called in the National Guard. The governor was Rodney. His son ran for president. He's a Republican. His son ran for president against Barack a few years ago. So the deal is, he called it the National Guard in Detroit. They didn't mess with us. They didn't. They patrolled the avenue. They hardly ever patrolled the side streets of the neighborhood, mainly the avenue. Now, what happened was that because of the rioting that we were doing in Detroit, he set up a curfew. Between certain hours during the day, we could not be on the street. And if we were on the street, if we got caught, the National Guard would pat us down, harass us, and tell us they better not catch us out here again during the curfew. Okay. We also had snipers in Detroit that were shooting at the National Guard on buildings.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true.
Now, the National Guard responded by shooting at them. So there was a lot of killing because of that. But hey, if you ain't messing with them, if you out there doing the curfew, they're gonna get at you. Other than that, you won't have no problem.
Sir, I have a quick question. Sir, stop real quick. 313. Now, you said you guys had not necessarily you, but there was snipers, citizen snipers on the different rooftops. Was it any fatalities in Detroit? Did they kill a lot of people? Did a lot of National Guards get shot? Or, elaborate a little bit on that for me.
Most of the citizens that were harmed and were killed was the ones that was doing the looting and the ones that was firing sniper fighters at the guards. That caused a lot of the killing was because of that. The National Guard, man, I see them ride up down to their little trucks, their Jeeps, 4 deep in the little trucks of their Jeep, and they just ride up and down the avenue. Now, if they don't have any laws in place, like curfews, they can't mess with you. So if you're just out on the corner standing out and there's no curfew, ain't nothing they can do. And as you know, Brandon Johnson said, hey, we ain't having no curfew. So you can walk the streets any time of night. But if you shooting at them, they're going to shoot back. They're going to kill you. That's the bottom line.
And Martin, the brother is 100% accurate. You can look this up on YouTube. And what he's talking about, if I'm not mistaken, it was featured in a documentary called The FBI's War on Black America. You had civilian snipers and you had military personnel with them 50 caliber machine guns lighting buildings. And I mean, them 50 caliber bullets would doggone break bricks. You could redesign a building with them big old heavy suckers. See? And that's what they were doing. And it was complete madness. But it was through aggression. See? It was through aggression because the rules of engagement were, as always stand, do not fire unless fired upon. And if you are fired upon, they can go buck wild and shoot everybody. And I don't want to see that in Chicago. I don't want to see that happen. See, and it ain't no, well, I might have some people out there doing it don't matter. My people, your people, any people. I don't want any of these young people out there getting smoked because they were there and you had one that got ridiculous and that opened the floodgate to fire on the crowd.
Yep. And Chicago has a lot of apartment buildings. It's like 3 or 4 levels deep. If a sniper is firing down on the National Guard, they don't know what unit those shots are being fired from. They're gonna take the whole building down. They're gonna take the whole building down.
This brother know and seen firsthand. That's what I'm talking about, Martin. See, this is what I'm trying to convey to everyone else in Chicago, because Martin, you got a hellified platform with a lot of listeners. I don't want it to be deemed as the St. Valentine's Day Massacre Part 2 in Chicago. Because you know how the media like to sensationalize stuff and make it all black fault. But then if it's somebody white, well, they had mental illness. Someone touched them on the booty, and you know what I'm saying? White folks make excuses for white folks all day long.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you ain't messing with them, they ain't gonna mess with you. Chicago doesn't have a curfew, so they have no reason to tell you cannot be on the street at a certain time. They have no reason to tell you can't stand in front of this building or in front of this establishment. The only way I could see them getting a curfew in Chicago is that Trump declares Chicago a martial law, and then they got to go by federal law. That's the only way. And
that would only happen if the National Guard was fired upon. But see, what's not being looked at. This is what's not being looked at. You have people that are facing cases, right? Facing cases, and those feds will tell them people, look, we're going to put you over here. With said people that ain't doing nothing. You just going to let off some doggone shots and you drop and crawl over to the side. While they done fired up, and they done dropped and they crawl into safety, the National Guards are lighting up a whole lot of other people. So do not believe that other black people that are facing charges, if they tell them, look, you go do this, we'll take them charges off you and you can go home. Okay, well, because I'm facing how many years? Yeah, you're looking at doggone 7 years in the joint. But if you go over here and do this little you dig for us, we'll just brush that off and you can go home.
That's what I'm afraid of too, Sarge. Because I know how these people get down. I'm very afraid of somebody being coerced with money or
freedom. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
That's my biggest fear, especially when I'm seeing and hearing some of our young people saying, we ain't scared and you coming here, taking it as a personal vendetta. That means to me, if you taking it as a personal vendetta, that somebody's trying to come and stop crime, you capable and subject to being one of those people that could be coerced and doing exactly what Sarge is speaking on, and it's scary to me.
I'm saying, how do you want us to?
No, hold on. Hold on. Let me talk to the young brother. Now, young blood. And I'm not saying that to be disrespectful by saying young blood. That's an old school. That's what we call y'all, young blood.
Respect.
If you were looking at losing 9 years of your freedom in prison, and they offered you a deal to just go someplace and just fire off some shots and let you know the best method it is for you to still stay safe, right? And you got babies, you got kids you don't want to be away from. That's going to make you seriously think. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do it, take the deal. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying, or asking rather, would that make you seriously consider taking that deal, young blood? Talk to these old folk like me on here. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I'll probably take that up. I'll probably take that offer. I'll take that offer.
Yeah. Now, see, then that's all I've been trying to convey to people. Man, the government is sneaky. I done government. I done been part of all that. Sneaky. I'm telling you. Well, doggone get you off in a box, and you get to, well, wait a minute. Now, am I going to be locked up in the cage defending my booty? Or am I going to be at home playing with my kids? Yeah, I'll sell this one out because, I'm not finna go in a cage like no animal. You see what I'm saying? Self-preservation is rule number one in life, ain't it?
Yep. Yeah. Hey, Martin, look, I have one other comment. And
yeah, go ahead.
Let you guys
go. Yeah, we're going to end it too. Go ahead.
Yeah. This is for the young brother that called in. I don't know how old you are, but the first thing I would do is if you have any felonies on your record, you gotta get that off. You gotta get those taken off. And I'm pretty sure Chicago has some legal aid help that will help you get those convictions expunged. You can't work with those convictions. You can't get a job. So that's number one. Number two, you see the world is headed towards this AI technology. Check around those colleges, Kennedy College, those schools. See if they offering some AI classes where you could pick up that technology. The world is moving towards that. You'll be working in that field for a long time, making legitimate money, good money. But if you have felonies, misdemeanors, I think it's okay, long as they not like assault, rape, or anything like that. Misdemeanors, you may be one. Okay. Smoking weed, you may be fine. But felonies, that's going to hold you back. So check that out. Go online. Search around online for Chicago where you could possibly take those classes. And, once you get that under your belt, man, you're going to be working for a long time, man, making good money. So that's all I have to say to you and the team, and I'll check with you guys later. Y'all be
thank
good.
you. All right, Sarge, I'll give you the last word, but I want to just shut us down. I want to thank all the panel for coming on tonight. Thank you, Sarge. You lost it one time, but you held the composure. Appreciate you. And by the way, I called Sarge. He didn't call me. He didn't actually do this. I asked him, would he volunteer to come on here and do this. And I felt that he was more qualified than me to talk about the military and how they do their guerrilla warfare and things like that. So I submitted that, and I'll do that for any one of the panel members or anybody that have more expertise than me in a certain area. I mean, I don't know that military language like that, the way he lived, he breathed, he retired from the military, receiving a pension every month. So he know a lot. And I'm learning now. I'm always learning, people. So I tell you, Mr. Martin Johnson don't know everything, and I'm willing to admit I don't know everything. And I'm just learning. I learned some things tonight. The young brother, he let me know what his mind said. I was surprised he think like that, but I shouldn't have been. And there's many more out here that thinking like he is. And Sarge broke it down real easy. He said, this is a different generation. They not we shall overcome generation. If you hit them, they'll hit you back. And that's real talk. And I understand the young folks. And that's what and they're not afraid of death. And I know that. They're not afraid of death. And sometimes, and I'm not encouraging young people, but sometimes Martin Luther King said it like this. If a man isn't willing to die for something, he isn't fit to live. And I agree with him. You have to die for something, people. Make a stand in life. A stand. A stand. Sarge, I'm going to allow you to close us out with the closing comments, and that'll be it. Go ahead, Sarge.
Okay. Well, like this here, I appreciate this young brother calling in, because if we don't get them talking to us, we're not going to see them for what they really are. Because all of the youth are not jacked up. It's only a small group of bad apples.
Tell
and
the
that's
truth
real.
and shame the devil.
And if we do not allow them to know they are appreciated and respected by us, then they gonna be like, well, hell, I might as well just act out. You know what they say? The squeaky wheel gets the noise. You like I bring it to the military. You can have a soldier that's a crackerjack soldier doing all the right stuff. They don't get no awards or no nothing, appreciation, no attention from their leadership. You get the one that screws up, they get all the attention and all the extra help and all the extra, we're going to try to help you do this, do that, do that. So what's the good ones going to do? Well, hell, I'm doing all the right stuff and I ain't getting no accolades. I might as well just be a doggone screw up like the other one and get mine. And I'm going to end with this. And y'all look this up, please. William O'Neill. I'll say the name again. William O'Neill, car thief, Chicago, arrested, turned FBI informant to not go to jail. That's who's responsible for the death of Fred Hampton, Black Panther leader. William O'Neill. Look it up, people. He didn't want to go, he didn't want to do that time for car theft. Well, if you work and get us information on the Black Panthers and we'll pay you, and boo 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 boo. His nickname was Wild Bill. Y'all better look at this, because I'm gonna tell you, the federal government will use and utilize anybody to destroy anything Black positivity. Look at this thing called the COINTELPRO, right?
Mm-hmm.
They use the counterintelligence program against Black people, Martin Luther King and everybody else. They used counterintelligence tactics that they used against foreign governments. COINTELPRO. Black people need to look at that. And it's sad that I'm 62 years old. And it's sad that some black folk my age don't even know about that. Huh?
Okay.
This is the information we need to pass on to the young folks so they are aware of what they're dealing with. See? Because the last thing, and I'm going to land the plane right here, Martin.
Please do. All right, come on.
The last thing that was ever expected in this thing, the book called slavery, was niggas getting away.
All right.
They ain't gonna never get over that.
All right. Stop it, people.
They ain't gonna never get over
All
that,
right,
Martin.
Sarge.
Niggas got away.
All
They
right.
ain't gonna never get over it.
All right, Sarge, we got it. All right, people. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This has been a great show. Y'all give Sarge applaud. Show him some love. Send him some hearts, y'all. He came aboard and he rescued me tonight on how the military works, and I appreciate you, Sarge, for doing that tonight. I came in a little bit, but I didn't take over tonight. I submitted myself, and I appreciate you, Sarge, for coming in and volunteering your expertise on the military and how the National Guard works. Thank you, Sarge. Thank you. I appreciate you. Yeah. All right, people, that's it. All I ask you guys to do me one favor. We're not asking for no money. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the YouTube page. Hit the like button on Facebook if you're on Facebook. The share button. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, X, wherever you may be watching this or listening to. And I want to thank you. You already know what it is. What is it?
You already know what it is.
What is it?
Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth.
And what?
And shame the devil. I love being black.
All day.
All day, people. Wouldn't choose. If I could die, come back in, I'll be black. All right, people, share the video. Appreciate you. Enjoy your day, new day. Those that's watching this morning, this afternoon, this evening, late at night. God bless you. And we'll be right back at it again tomorrow, today, or tomorrow afternoon. We got a special guest. Actually, we got two special guests. We got P. Ray as one of, she's running under the Republican. She is a Republican. And she's running for Danny Davis' position. And I will be interviewing her on this platform. Oh. And you guys are welcome to call in and ask her any question. We know we live, uncut, unedited. I don't think I'm asking you guys not to cuss out. Now, you're welcome to ask her any question related to her office running. All right, now. Thank you so much. We got to get out of here. Peace out.